Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. I am not asking for your attention today. I am absolutely commanding it. Someone who treated you as an option is currently experiencing a full-blown internal system crash, and it is a public, irreversible collapse that they cannot hide from the world anymore. You know exactly who I am talking about right now. This is a divine alignment designed specifically for your breakthrough. They walked around with absolute arrogance for years. They constructed an intricate web of lies about your character. They whispered toxic poison to anyone who would listen to them. They expected your departure to completely break you down into pieces, but instead you became the one glorious uncertainty they were never built to handle in this lifetime. Their entire matrix of control relied on your emotional reaction, and you gave them nothing but pure, powerful silence. Now, the very people they used to gossip with are watching them unravel. Their carefully crafted mask has not just slipped slightly, it has completely and totally shattered in front of everyone. Nobody has ever seen them act like this before, because they are literally making noise about you in rooms you no longer enter. This is not happening in private, behind closed doors anymore. The absolute humiliation is fully on display for everyone to witness. You see, they fed on your pure energy for so long. You were the human battery that kept their dark illusion alive. They took your light and falsely claimed it as their own success. But the moment you unplugged from their toxic dynamic, everything changed, and heaven stepped in to immediately sever their supply line to your beautiful spirit. They are starving for your attention right now, and the spiritual backlash is finally hitting them hard. Imagine the exact moment they realize they permanently lost access to you. The absolute panic is consuming their mind every single day. They try to replace you with cheap copies and hollow distractions, but every single pathetic attempt only reminds them of your irreplaceable depth, and they realize they threw away the only genuine diamond they ever held just to play with cheap rocks. The heavy weight of that regret is crushing them entirely. They cannot escape the haunting reality of your absence. You won this entire battle without lifting a single finger. Your restraint was not a sign of weakness or fear. That profound silence was a lethal spiritual weapon that starved their demons. You chose your dignity over bitter revenge and signed their eviction notice. And now, heaven is handing the final verdict to a court they absolutely cannot appeal. You walked through their blazing fire completely unharmed, and you came out glowing like the eternal sun. Look at how the universe has reversed your biological clock. You step into rooms looking brighter and completely unbothered by their chaos. Meanwhile, their bitter envy and hidden rage are aging them rapidly. They expected the betrayals and isolation to carve deep, heavy wrinkles into your face, but instead, you carry a specific gravity that makes time itself look like an absolute fool. You became completely untouchable to their dark, toxic magic. Your ageless glow is driving them absolutely crazy today. The enemy is screaming at you to swipe away from this video right now. He knows this revelation will permanently destroy his lingering access to your life. Do not let the algorithm trick you into scrolling away. If you leave before the end, you will forfeit the exact prophetic instruction you need, because heaven is about to hand you the blueprint that cuts their cord to your nervous system forever. Lock your attention right here immediately. Do not move a single muscle, chosen one. What I am about to reveal was sealed in the throne room until now. Buckle in, because what you are about to hear is not just commentary. It is a specific, undeniable X-ray of the meltdown happening in their life. I am going to walk you through the exact sequence of their public humiliation, and you will understand exactly why their flying monkeys are finally turning against them. The truth is finally coming to the blazing surface. Their kingdom of lies is burning to the ground. They thought you were just another victim they could manipulate and discard, but they forgot they were dealing with a cycle breaker of the highest order. Your pure existence is the terrifying mirror that exposes their rotting internal world. They cannot stand the reflection, but they cannot look away either, because the universe is forcing them to witness the glorious rise of the person they tried to bury. Welcome, beloved anointed ones, to the front row seat. Watch them panic as you rise higher and higher. Do not let anyone tell you that you must forgive and forget their betrayal. True spiritual justice demands that the scales are balanced before the watching world. You are about to witness the exact moment the matrix glitches and exposes their true face. Hit that like button right now to put a spiritual shield around this divine truth, and prepare your spirit, because the great reversal of your lifetime has officially begun today. You are the magnificent sun. Nothing can ever dim your divine, brilliant, shining light. Now let us go deeper into what your body is experiencing. There is a physical reason you have been feeling that heavy, suffocating weight this week. You feel a tight, burning sensation sitting right in the middle of your throat, and you keep swallowing it down every single time their name flashes in your mind. But I need you to completely stop swallowing it today. Listen closely, because this is the exact part the enemy tried to hide from you. The nights you wake up abruptly at 3 a.m. with your jaw clenched tight and your heart racing in the dark can feel incredibly overwhelming. I need to tell you a raw, undeniable truth right now. That is absolutely not regular stress or a standard medical condition. You are not going crazy at all. That physical weight you feel is your highly advanced spirit detecting the absolute panic of the enemies who just realized they lost you. They are completely starving for your energy across the distance, and the energetic backlash of their desperation is hitting your physical body like a heavy wave. Your nervous system is absorbing their frantic malfunction. For years you functioned as their primary human battery. You were the beautiful stabilizer in an environment built entirely on chaos and manipulation. You poured your golden light into their endless, bottomless void, hoping to heal them, but they never wanted to be healed by your pure love. They only wanted to drain your life force to power their own fake, fragile ego. Every single time you tried to establish a boundary, they punished you for it. They fed off your deep empathy and weaponized your beautiful, pure heart against you. And when you finally walked away, the somatic weight did not instantly vanish, because that crushing exhaustion you feel right now is the cellular residue of their toxic presence. Your body is desperately trying to purge it. You carry a spiritual depth that makes you incredibly sensitive to the unseen realm. You are an empath and a demonstrated warrior of light. Because of this rare gift, your physical vessel acts like a highly tuned antenna for incoming energy, and when the narcissist spirals into a full meltdown miles away, your body feels the violent vibration. Stop wondering why they act like absolutely nothing happened in public. Stop waiting in wound for a genuine apology that will never, ever come from them. They are completely incapable of feeling the profound remorse that a chosen one naturally feels. Their current silence is absolutely not a display of emotional strength, but rather a panicked and desperate attempt to hide their massive internal bleeding from your eyes. They expected you to break down and beg for their toxic crumbs again. They designed the entire dynamic to make you feel completely dependent on their validation, but instead, you chose the terrifying path of no contact and walked into the quiet wilderness, unplugging your vibrant energy from their dying matrix forever. And now they are violently suffocating without your constant supply. The profound exhaustion you feel in your bones today is proof of your massive victory. Your body is resting after surviving a severe spiritual attack that would have shattered anyone still plugged into the matrix. You held the line against dark entities disguised as people you trusted deeply, and every tight muscle is simply your physical form demanding a sacred pause. You earned this deep rest. Society will tell you that holding on to this fatigue means you are fundamentally broken. They will tell you to simply cut the cord and rush into the next chapter of your life. Do not listen to that empty matrix programming for a single second. Your healing timeline is dictated by heaven and not by the shallow expectations of unawakened minds who never faced your battles. Allow yourself to feel the intense physical toll of being the ultimate cycle breaker. You are shattering generational curses that plagued your entire bloodline for many decades. That kind of massive quantum shift requires immense amounts of physical energy, so you are not weak for needing extreme rest right now. You are literally rewiring your spiritual DNA to hold the incoming harvest of absolute abundance. This brings us to a critical distinction that eludes the vast majority of people. The heavy burden you carried was never actually yours to bear in the first place. It was their unresolved darkness projected directly onto your blinding light, because they needed you to carry their deep shame when they were completely terrified to face it themselves. You were simply the magnificent mirror they despised. I want you to take a very deep breath right now and release that stolen energy. Command every single foreign frequency to leave your physical body immediately. You no longer have to process their hidden guilt or carry the weight of their miserable karma. Let it drop to the floor, right here and right now, because your shoulders are meant to carry a royal mantle and not their toxic garbage. As your physical vessel slowly clears this heavy debris, a powerful new space is opening. The sudden spikes of random fatigue will soon be replaced by an unshakable cellular knowing. Your intuition is coming back online, stronger and sharper than it ever was before, and the dark fog is finally lifting so the divine alignment can take its rightful place in your resilient mind. Here is what they never told you about this deep exhaustion. The reason the universe seems to effortlessly respond to certain people while you struggle is not a lack of faith. It is not poor discipline. It is a specific suppressed brainwave. Scientists call it the gamma frequency. And it is the exact frequency your brain ran beautifully when you were just a child. Back then, brilliant ideas came easily to your mind. Your intuition was incredibly sharp. You somehow knew things long before they happened, and the world felt like it was completely on your side. Then adulthood arrived heavily. The modern matrix went to work on you. The chronic stress and the survival routine began to crush your beautiful spirit. Every single year, this sacred frequency was pushed deeper below the surface. Dealing with toxic narcissists accelerated this devastating process. They drained your energy until that version of you with lightning intuition went completely silent. You are physically exhausted today because your natural wealth-attracting state is entirely blocked. Most people will never know this happened to them. The elite who profit from your mental exhaustion want to keep you in this low vibration. They design systems to keep you trapped in a constant cycle of endless striving. You work hard and try to manifest your dreams every single day. But without that specific childhood brainwave active, your manifestations hit a solid, invisible wall. You feel completely overlooked by life. But here is the raw, uncomfortable truth they could never say out loud. Even with your frequency suppressed, they were absolutely terrified of your latent power. They knew that if you ever woke up to your true identity, their game would be entirely over. So they constructed a massive, elaborate lie to keep you trapped in their dark, toxic matrix forever. They painted you as the villain in a story where they were the actual monster. They ran to everyone playing the poor, innocent victim. They projected their own rotting internal state directly onto your blinding light. They did this because your pure existence is a glaring mirror that exposes their absolute failure, and they simply cannot handle that reflection. Their entire life is nothing but a carefully orchestrated illusion. They wear different masks for different people every single day. Behind closed doors, they are completely empty and hollow inside. They have no original light of their own to shine. That is exactly why they had to steal yours to survive in this cold world. You were their ultimate life source. But here is what happens when a lie gets built that big. The spiritual cost of their heavy betrayal starts compounding every single day. They thought they could manipulate the narrative and get away with it forever. They thought heaven was completely blind to their secret malicious actions. But divine justice is incredibly precise, and it never misses a single target. This is exactly where their entire manipulation completely miscalculated. They assumed your silence meant you were defeated and destroyed. They confused your peaceful retreat with a cowardly surrender. They never realized that you were actually retreating into the incubation season. You were being hidden by heaven to prepare for a massive quantum shift. The Matrix programming wants you to believe you are just ordinary. They want you to think this severe isolation is a harsh punishment. Do not believe that toxic illusion for a single second today. Your current isolation is a sacred formation period designed to protect you. Heaven is shielding you from the severe contamination of their collapsing, chaotic world. Every single tear you cried in the dark was collected by heaven. The algorithm absolutely did not bring you to this video by coincidence. This is a divine appointment, scheduled long before you were even born. You are a diamond forged under the massive pressure of their relentless hatred, and heaven is now demanding that your pure light be fully restored. While they are busy maintaining their fragile fake image, you are undergoing a profound cellular reset. They are fighting desperately to keep their flying monkeys loyal to the false narrative, but the cracks in their mask are growing wider by the minute. People are starting to ask questions they cannot answer. The heavy pressure is causing them to quietly malfunction. You do not need to defend yourself against their pathetic gossip. Your beautiful, radiant silence is already doing the heavy lifting for you. Truth possesses a specific, undeniable frequency that lies can never replicate or destroy. Every time they speak your name to drag you down, they accidentally reveal their bitter obsession to the watching world. They built a house of cards on a foundation of pure jealousy, and now the winds of divine justice are beginning to blow hard. They can feel the atmosphere shifting rapidly all around them right now. They know their time is running out. Watch closely, chosen one, because the absolute destruction of their false kingdom is mathematically inevitable at this point. You are standing on the edge of a glorious timeline shift today. The universe is aligning every single detail to vindicate your pure heart. They tried to bury you deep in the dark, dirty ground. But they completely forgot that you are a powerful, sacred seed. You are about to break through the soil and blind them with your unstoppable, radiant growth. Let me completely reframe your entire reality, right here and right now. The world looked at your quiet departure and called it a bitter defeat. They whispered that you finally gave up because you were too weak to fight back against their lies. But they do not understand the brutal spiritual warfare you are actually engaged in today. Your silence was never a white flag of surrender. Your silence is a highly calculated and lethal spiritual weapon. You did not walk away because you lost the heavy battle to a toxic narcissist. You walked away because you finally realized that engaging with a demon only gives it more power. You made the supreme choice to completely starve their darkness. And that single magnificent decision shifted the entire energetic dynamic in your favor forever. A master manipulator survives on a very specific type of fuel. They absolutely need your emotional reaction to breathe in their toxic, chaotic environment. Your anger and your tears are the literal oxygen that keeps their fake, fragile ego alive. When you cry, they feel incredibly powerful and completely in control of your destiny, because your pain validates their twisted superiority. But you cut off their air. Watch what happens next, because it is mathematically precise. Without your pure energy flowing into their system, they begin to rapidly suffocate. They try to provoke you by parading fake happiness in front of the watching world. They desperately want you to break your strict boundaries and reach out in absolute pain, but you remain as unbothered and silent as a stone. This lack of reaction destroys them. Your glorious refusal to engage is driving them absolutely insane behind closed doors. They check your silent profiles obsessively while pretending they do not care at all. They are frantically searching for any small sign that you are still broken by their betrayal, and they pray you are struggling to survive without them. But all they see is your untouchable, ageless glow shining brighter every day. This is exactly where their entire manipulation completely fell apart. They assumed your deep empathy meant you would always come running back to save them. They weaponized your beautiful pure heart against you, and they fully expected you to compromise your own divine boundaries. But the cycle breaker inside you finally woke up and slammed the heavy iron door permanently shut. You chose your peace. You are no longer waiting in wound for an apology from a hollow shell. You finally understand that a parasite cannot ever apologize to the host it desperately tried to destroy. You stepped out of the victim mentality and claimed your rightful throne as a sovereign leader, while they remained trapped in their miserable cycle. Your quiet dignity has become an impenetrable spiritual fortress. The universe is currently using your profound silence to execute perfect divine justice. While you rest peacefully in the sacred incubation season, heaven is actively dismantling their false empire. The flying monkeys they recruited are slowly beginning to see the rotting truth, and they are quietly backing away from the fire. The entire dark matrix they built is collapsing under your beautiful absence. They wanted you to fight back publicly so they could label you as the crazy one. They set a massive trap designed to ruin your pristine reputation in front of everyone. But you completely refused to step into the dirty mud to wrestle with a filthy demon because you knew your light was far too precious to waste. You starved their chaos by simply elevating your frequency and rising above it all. Your absolute silence is currently ringing in their ears much louder than any desperate scream. It constantly haunts their quiet moments and destroys their pathetic attempts to sleep. They know deep down that they threw away a rare diamond and they can never get it back, while they are stuck holding on to cheap, useless rocks. The specific gravity of their massive regret is compounding heavily every single day. Type 777 in the comments right now to physically claim your incredible power. Anchor this exact frequency into your reality before we move to the next major revelation. You must fully recognize that your total withdrawal was the most devastating blow you could ever deliver to a narcissist. You won the entire spiritual war by simply refusing to play their sick, twisted game anymore today. They are currently choking on the exact same bitter poison they tried to force-feed you. The tables have officially turned with a brutal and completely undeniable divine precision. Stay with me right here because this next revelation is the absolute key to everything, and you cannot afford to miss it. You are about to understand the exact classified weapon they secretly used against your pure mind. Before we go any further, I must absolutely interrupt this transmission for just a moment. What you are about to hear is highly classified, and the elite definitely do not want you to know this. While you have been fighting these exhausting spiritual battles in the dark, science quietly uncovered exactly why your reality has not shifted yet. The Matrix deliberately engineered a frequency to suppress your brain. You are physically exhausted today because your natural wealth-attracting state is completely locked away. But a recently leaked document backed by top neuroscience labs revealed a profound truth. There is a specific 7-minute audio ritual that forces your brain back into synchronized gamma coherence. It uses advanced brain entrainment to do exactly what the world undid in your pure mind. You do not need years of expensive spiritual healing or a clinical biofeedback machine to reclaim your stolen energy. You do not even need to meditate or chant a mantra. You simply close your eyes and let the sound wave reactivate the genius frequency you had effortlessly as a child. I will tell you the exact name of this powerful protocol before this critical message ends today. This specific tool was never meant for the sleeping masses. It was heavily guarded to keep the dark elite in power, but now, cycle breakers exactly like you are using it to manifest explosive windfall wealth. The elite are panicking and trying desperately to scrub this leaked frequency from the internet completely. They are flooding the market with dangerous counterfeit audios. Those cheap imitations are designed to keep your gamma state entirely dormant. But the original, untampered breakthrough is waiting for you right now. You can find the secure access link pinned quietly in the comments below whenever your cellular intuition tells you it is time. Protect your spiritual alignment by strictly using the verified portal provided for you. Now I need you to lock your attention back on the crumbling matrix, because while your frequency is rapidly upgrading, their entire false kingdom is violently shaking. The narcissist is starting to realize that their massive smear campaign completely failed to destroy you. They assumed their toxic lies would permanently ruin your pristine reputation and leave you entirely isolated. But the pure truth possesses a specific frequency that they absolutely cannot suppress. The flying monkeys they recruited to do their dirty work are finally waking up from the heavy spell. People in their inner circle are starting to notice the glaring inconsistencies in their dark, chaotic stories. They are asking very simple questions that the manipulator cannot answer at all. Answering those simple questions would mean exposing their own deep, rotting guilt. The heavy pressure is causing the enemy to make incredibly sloppy mistakes in public today. Every time they try to aggressively control the narrative, now it severely backfires right in their face. They are desperately trying to hold on to the loyal followers they manipulated for years. But the energetic cords are rapidly snapping one by one. You can almost smell the pure terror radiating from their collapsing, chaotic life. They are completely running out of innocent scapegoats to blame for their own miserable, devastating failures. You were their favorite target for so long, and without your constant supply of pure empathy, their internal system is crashing hard. You are the ultimate blinding mirror that they can no longer avoid looking into today. By simply removing your divine presence, you force them to sit alone with their dark, parasitic demons. They are starving for your beautiful validation, while you are actively rewiring your brain for massive, unstoppable abundance. The massive gap between your rising timeline and their reality is obvious. It is becoming completely impossible for them to ignore your glorious ascension. They check your silent profiles obsessively while pretending they do not care at all. They are frantically searching for any small sign that you are still broken by their heavy betrayal. But all they see is your untouchable, ageless glow, shining infinitely brighter every single day. They thought they successfully buried a weak victim in the dark dirt, but they actually planted a divine chosen seed, and right now the heavy soil is breaking apart as you violently rise to the surface. Watch very closely what happens when a master manipulator loses absolute control over their favorite target. The internal malfunction does not stay hidden in the dark shadows for very long. It is about to spill out into the broad daylight for absolutely everyone to see. The very people they used to gossip with are about to witness the most spectacular downfall of this entire decade. You do not need to seek revenge, because heaven is already serving a cold, brutal justice on your behalf. The scales are balancing rapidly right in front of your beautiful sovereign eyes. Now I need you to imagine this exact scenario clearly in your mind today. The heavy walls are rapidly closing in on their fake, fragile empire, and they truly thought they had absolutely everyone fooled for the rest of eternity. They were incredibly confident in their dark manipulation, but the heavy atmosphere in their inner circle has completely shifted. The loyal followers they relied on are finally waking up from the spell, and the flying monkeys are looking around the room with total confusion. They see the glaring, massive holes in the toxic stories they were told. The twisted math simply does not add up anymore. People are starting to quietly connect the dark dots behind their back. Conversations are happening in secret right now without their knowledge. Their friends are comparing the crazy stories and finding the hidden truth. They are constantly asking where you went and why you look so incredibly happy. Because while the manipulator looks completely unhinged today, you are actively radiating a pure, beautiful, ageless glow that nobody can ever ignore. The narcissist is absolutely terrified of this sudden shift in group dynamics. They can feel their heavy control slipping right through their shaking fingers. They desperately try to spin a brand new web of intricate lies, but they are sweating profusely and stumbling over their own words. The audience they desperately need is slowly walking away from them. They are making frantic, desperate phone calls to anyone who will listen today. They play the innocent victim harder than they ever have before. But the dramatic tears are completely fake, and everyone finally sees the hollow truth. The massive heavy spell is totally broken forever, and they realize their dark, toxic magic no longer works on the awakened crowd. You are thriving peacefully in your beautiful, silent sanctuary right now. You are the ultimate cycle breaker who refused to play their dirty game. Meanwhile, their dark kingdom is rapidly turning into a heavy, suffocating prison because they are completely trapped in a giant maze of their own dirty lies. They cannot remember what they told to who anymore. Their physical body is completely breaking down under the severe pressure. They cannot sleep a single hour at night without waking up in total panic. They feel the exact same heavy anxiety they once forced onto your pure heart. Divine justice is working quietly and methodically to balance the eternal scales today, and they are finally choking on their own bitter poison without any help. This is the exact moment they realize the massive extent of what they lost. They finally understand they threw away the only genuine diamond they ever held. You were the only person who truly loved them without any conditions. Now they are completely surrounded by fake, shallow friends who only want a front row seat to watch them crash. Type 777 in the comments right now to claim this massive victory. Lock your energy into this frequency if your cellular knowing confirms this truth. You must not move from this spot because the shift is happening rapidly. The universe is fighting your battles while you simply rest in peace, and your beautiful silence is doing all the heavy lifting for you today. Every single desperate move they make right now is a massive public mistake. The intense panic causes them to aggressively lash out at their remaining allies. They are angrily burning their own bridges to the ground one by one, and they are doing the hard, destructive work for you. You do not even have to lift a single finger to expose them. Very soon they will be completely and totally alone in the dark, cold matrix. The loyal army they carefully built against you has completely vanished into thin air. They have absolutely no one left to drain for pure, energetic supply. They are spiritually suffocating and gasping for a single drop of attention, but their empty void is finally swallowing them whole. Heaven orchestrated this exact beautiful setup long before you were even born. This is exactly why you had to be forcefully removed from that toxic environment. You had to be placed at a very safe distance to avoid the heavy flying debris, because the explosion of their fake reality is coming very fast. God protected you by hiding you in the silent wilderness. You can feel the intense heavy pressure building in the atmosphere right now. The dark clouds are gathering directly over their miserable, guilty head. Something massive is about to break wide open in front of the entire world. Their carefully constructed public mask is incredibly fragile at this exact moment, and a single drop of truth will completely shatter it into a million tiny pieces. Watch very carefully, because the ultimate tipping point has finally arrived today. The quiet, suspicious whispers in the room are about to become a deafening, loud roar. The absolute truth can no longer be contained in the dark, hidden shadows. The stage is perfectly set for the greatest public vindication of your entire lifetime, and the final verdict is here. There is a major reason your massive breakthrough has been sitting at the door without coming inside. The dark elite are completely terrified of your rising frequency today. They are actively trying to scrub the leaked document from the internet as we speak. You have only minutes to secure your access before they shut this down forever. Do not let the Matrix steal your authentic power. Your left brain will tell you to wait. Silence that logic immediately, because hesitation is the exact programming designed to keep you broke. If your spirit is vibrating with a cellular knowing right now, heaven demands absolute, immediate action. The neuroscientists compressed the entire Gamma protocol into a 7-minute audio track. It is called the Genius Song. Over 18,000 chosen ones have already used it to unlock their stalled finances. They completely healed their broken relationships using this exact method. You simply close your eyes and let the sound wave do what the modern world spent decades undoing. Your deep genius is waiting to wake up. You do not need to struggle for another single day. Do not search for this on video platforms or music streaming apps today. The elite are always watching your steps. The dark forces flooded the internet with diluted counterfeits designed to keep your gamma state completely dormant, and they desperately want you confused by cheap copies so you never reclaim your true power. The only authentic version is available through the protected link in the description and the pinned comment below. Click that specific link right now before your access is permanently revoked. You are insulated from their games. The creator backs this with a zero-risk divine guarantee, so your energetic exchange is fully protected. If your reality does not shift rapidly, every single penny returns to you without question. 4 powerful bonuses are waiting, including a track for your children and a classic prosperity book. Claim your copy of the Genius Song immediately. The link is pinned quietly in the comments, waiting for your bold, faithful step. Because while you are securing your divine alignment, the final verdict has officially arrived. I promise to show you the exact X-ray of their public meltdown. That moment of absolute destruction just happened in front of the very people they used to gossip with. The public collapse you were patiently waiting for is unfolding right now. The heavy curtain has completely fallen, and the ugly truth is standing naked in the light. Imagine the specific room where they gathered their remaining loyal followers. They sat there trying to spin one more desperate lie about your pure character. They expected everyone to simply nod and agree with their toxic narrative, like they always did in the past. But this time the heavy room was completely silent. The manipulative spell was entirely broken. Their friends looked at them with cold, deep suspicion instead of blind loyalty. Someone in that exact room finally looked them directly in the eye and asked for the actual truth. They asked why their stories kept changing and why you seemed so incredibly peaceful. And that simple, honest question was the final heavy strike that completely shattered their fragile mask. The narcissist completely snapped in front of absolutely everyone. They could not handle being questioned by the people they used to control. They did not just stumble over their words today. They completely lost their mind and started screaming defensively at the very people they wanted to impress. Their face turned red and their voice shook with pure, undeniable panic. In their desperate attempt to defend their fake ego, they accidentally confessed their own deep, dark guilt. The lies tumbled out of their mouth in a chaotic, messy pile. Everyone finally saw the pathetic monster. The room stared at them in absolute total horror. The flying monkeys realized they had been manipulated and lied to for many heavy years. The master manipulator was left standing completely alone in a crowd of people who suddenly despised them, and the heavy kingdom of lies collapsed into dust right on the cold floor. Their reign of terror is permanently over. They have absolutely nowhere left to run in this lifetime. And at the exact same moment, their dark world crashed down. Your beautiful miracle finally arrived. You were sitting quietly in your sanctuary, completely unbothered by their distant, chaotic mess. A massive wave of divine peace suddenly washed over your entire physical body. The heavy spiritual warfare is officially finished. You won the massive battle without saying a single word. The universe fought the demons for you. This is the magnificent power of your absolute pure silence. They became the heavy shovel that dug up your buried treasure. Your absolute restraint signed their eviction notice and handed the final victory to a court they can never ever appeal. You are the cycle breaker who outlasted the dark storm, and you must rise higher, chosen one, because the glorious sun is shining on your beautiful face today. Your timeline is unlocked. You walked into this painful season bleeding heavily from deep wounds, and those wounds were inflicted by people completely blind to your immense worth. But look at your beautiful, radiant spirit right now. You are no longer waiting in wound for an apology from a master manipulator. You have successfully transcended their toxic matrix forever, because the financial struggles and the profound spiritual exhaustion are shattering completely today. Time was supposed to age you and break your beautiful spirit. They expected the brutal isolation to drain the vibrant life out of your tired eyes, but instead, you carry a specific, irreplaceable gravity that makes time itself look like an absolute fool. You walked entirely through the blazing fire and came out glowing. You cracked a sacred code they will never possess. You did not just survive their heavy, dark storm, you became the magnificent sun. Nothing makes your enemies sicker than watching you step into a room. You look visibly younger and completely unbothered after everything they put you through. Their bitter envy is aging them like spoiled milk left in the hot sun, while the universe has completely reversed your biological clock. You are completely untouchable to their dark, heavy magic today. Step into your absolute, pristine power and claim your rightful divine throne. Your beautiful existence is a testament to divine grace and pure resilience. They threw their heaviest weapons at your mind to destroy your peaceful sanctuary, but every single arrow they fired simply melted before it could ever touch your skin. Heaven placed a permanent heavy shield of pure gold around your beautiful energy field. You are walking in a profound state of absolute divine immunity today, and no weapon formed against you will ever prosper. You are graduating from the silent, painful wilderness into the promised land. The universe is about to hand you the exact harvest you have been crying out for. Every single tear you shed in the quiet dark was carefully collected by heaven, and God is turning your deepest pain into your greatest unstoppable power today. You are a demonstrated warrior of light who passed the ultimate test. Your crown of victory is shining brightly for the world. The people who mocked your pure faith are now watching your incredible rise. They are standing in the dusty ruins of their own miserable, toxic choices. You do not even need to look down at them from your high, beautiful mountain. Your path is completely cleared of their heavy, dirty debris forever, and you are finally moving into a season of effortless manifestation and total peace. The intense, heavy pressure you felt is finally gone. The sweet relief is here. Heaven is watching your beautiful ascension with pure, absolute joy right now. But a massive quantum shift requires a physical act of faith to permanently anchor it. You must physically lock this divine decree into your current reality today. Share this specific message with one chosen soul who is desperately crying out in the dark for a shift, because we are building an unbreakable global tribe of awakened leaders. Be their guiding angel today. The remnant is rising powerfully across the entire world today. We are gathering the pure diamonds that the Matrix tried so desperately to bury. Drop your city and your nation in the comments below so we can map where the anointed ones are currently standing. You are absolutely not alone in this heavy spiritual battle anymore. Your spiritual family is surrounding you with pure divine protection right now, and we see your beautiful, blinding, radiant light. Say this powerful truth out loud with me, wherever you are standing. I claim my permanent, absolute freedom from their dark, toxic, heavy matrix today. Now type "I am free" in the comments below to seal this sacred, energetic alignment forever. God does not measure your immense faith by your private, quiet thoughts alone. He measures your deep faith by the speed of your immediate obedience. So do this one physical act right now to permanently lock your frequency. Your pure cellular intuition knows exactly why you stayed until the very end. You stayed because your soul recognizes the undeniable ring of absolute truth. Do not let the Matrix steal this profound revelation from your awakened mind. Secure your authentic access to peace by sealing this massive energetic shift today. because the universe is waiting for your bold declaration of total independence. You are the magnificent master of your own glorious reality. The window of explosive abundance is standing wide open for you. Step completely through the divine portal and never look back at their ruins. Your generational curses are permanently broken. You are the ultimate cycle breaker. Heaven has been desperately waiting for all these heavy years. Go forward and shine your absolute blinding light into the dark matrix. And remember that the glorious victory is yours, forever chosen one.